All right, so our next game on the card is Cascade Cafe. And this is in early access. This is like a puzzle game. Oh, this has a versus online. And I know that a certain somebody who's currently getting tea also has a copy of this. I'm very competitive. And a lot of times I like to challenge Dan to things. So I'm pretty competitive. But this is Cascade Cafe. And it is currently in early access, so I would like to let you all know that the following live stream footage of Cascade Cafe is either an alpha version, beta version, early access, or demo of the game. In this case, it's an early access. Therefore, the footage you see may or may not be featured in the final version of the game. Also, there may be some noticeable bugs in the game. In addition to that, you can actually pick up Cascade Cafe on Steam. It is going for $4.99 USD, but there is a free to play demo, so kind of like try before you buy. And I do want to take the time to thank the developers as well as the publishers for providing me with a free copy of Cascade Cafe to play on tonight's stream. And to answer your question, Draconic, I think this one, because Dan has played it before, and from what he was telling me, it plays kind of like the card game from Final Fantasy VIII, which I love Final Fantasy VIII. I was never really good at the card game, but I'm older now, so maybe things change. But let's go ahead, let's jump into this. I do like that the music is a little low, but the music does sound pretty chill, like legit chill, so. Yep, this one is just on Steam. 9 times out of 10, most of your early access games tend to only be on Steam. I'm really feeling this lo-fi though. Let's do a new game. Day 1, 9:20 a.m. In the early morning hours, a local cafe opens its doors. Yeah, most of the time they're usually just Steam. There has been a few rare occasions where early access will pop up on places like Humble Bundle and even GOG.com. In fact, I think Do4Mantic or Do4Mantic is actually an early access game, and I think it's on GOG as well as Humble Bundle and other sites as well. So I guess it just kind of depends on where the developer could get the game to be on. But sometimes you do see in development games pop up on because I guess GOG doesn't call it early. They don't call it early access. They call it in development. So sometimes the games do end up on there. So, but yeah, 9 times out of 10, most early access will only be available on Steam or Itch. That is very true. Exactly. In the early morning hours, a local cafe opens its doors. Patrons come by for coffees and teas, becoming a popular meeting place for friends. Soon there is a new arrival, Nemo, maybe it's Nemo with a Y. And after a day of walking around the town, stops by the cafe to sit and relax. Okay, I'm digging this. I love the music. I can already tell you, for the music for me, because I love this type of music, 10 out of 10. Welcome. Hi. The mornings are starting to get cold out there. I'm glad to be inside. Oh, for sure. Can I get you a drink? Do you have a tea you would recommend? Yeah, we have lots of teas. Although, usually, I just go by the best picture on the box. There's a box of tea here with a snowman smiling. It's probably pretty good. Ironically, myself, I either drink lemon and ginseng tea with honey, or I've been drinking the sleepy time tea with immune support in it because my immune system gets shot a lot. Like, I have a really bad immune system, so I tend to get sick, especially during the summer. I get sick a lot, So, um, but it's probably pretty good. Sure, I'll try that. Great, one tea coming up. I haven't had bubble tea in a while either. It's your turn. What's going on over there? Oh, 20 points, 40 points. Oh, that puts me in the lead. Now I keep thinking of Crossfire from the sounds. Nice one. That makes you the winner. Good game. I wonder if this has an OST. Like, I really want the OST for this because this music is on point. And I would just, you know what? I need to look that. See, I doubt it, but I'm gonna look it up anyway. I'm gonna look and see if the music is on Spotify because I'm really digging the soundtrack to this. Like, it's hard for me to focus on the game because the music is so good, though. Excuse me. What are they doing over there? Oh, they are playing a board game. Okay, so it is like a board game. You were correct, Drake, on it. Called Cascade. If you are interested, you should go say hi. Nemo walks over to meet the group, who are sitting around a table playing Cascade. Hi there, I'm Nemo. Hi Nemo, I'm Jen. We're just wrapping up a game. Would you like to join us? I'd love to, but I've never actually played Cascade before. That's okay. If you are interested in playing, I could teach you in a few minutes. Why don't we get some tea and we can go through the basics? Lesson 1 with Jen. Okay. Today, I'll teach you the basics of the board game Cascade. This music, I'm loving it. This is going to be one of those games that's going to be hard for me not to play. Okay. Cascade is a game about creating connections, which you build with tiles by placing numbers on the board. Okay. To the left is your tile inventory. Let me put on my glasses because I can't really see. Because this is not it's not in full screen. It's actually a window. This contains all the tiles you will use to make connections. Tiles have a value, the number, and a bridge, the white lines. Okay. Each player places one tile down per turn. To start, drag one of your tiles to the board game. The game board. Wow. You can rotate your tiles you have placed. Click your tile to rotate it. Once you have placed the tile, you can still move it if you change your mind. Click the end turn button to end your turn. You can place your tiles on the board with just one rule. Your tile can not only be touching your opponent's tile. Okay. Pause, because right there that's a little confusing. Your tile cannot only be touching your opponent's tile. So the tile can't touch your opponent's tile, is what it should say. Cannot is only, your tile cannot touch your opponent's tile. I feel like they have more words there than they should. Don't worry, the game will keep track of this for you. So you can't touch your opponent's tiles. Got it. The rule doesn't apply to rainbow tiles, which can be placed anywhere. Okay. Try dragging one to the board now. Got it. Boop. Click the end turn button to end your turn. Now that you know how to move the tiles around, the next step is scoring points. There are multiple ways to connect your tiles and score points. You can link tiles together with the same number or a sequence of numbers. Okay, and you can create loops. Okay. The first way of scoring points is to make a sequence. That means you can create a path where the values are in a number sequence. Okay, so kind of like Uno, I know. Or Phase 10, or Skippo. For example, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1. So like this one would need to be 2, 3, 4. And that would work. Drag your sequence to the board and make the bridges connect. Okay. Click the end button to end your turn. Okay. This created a sequence of 3, 4 and scored 20 points. You receive 10 points for each tile in the sequence. Okay. The second path type is the same connection. These are similar to sequences, except all of the values are the same. Okay, so like where all these 4s are, if I put another 4 there, that'll give me a same connection. Drag your tile to the board. Notice how the tiles will match on the 3-3. Okay. End our turn. That's another 20 points. Okay. Nice. You will score 10 points for each tile in the same path. Okay. The third type is a loop. This is when you make a path which connects back on itself. They are special because the values of the tiles don't matter as long as the bridge form a loop. Oh, okay. And so that's gonna make it a loop. Okay. And those are worth 40, apparently. You will score 10 points for each tile in a loop. Okay. The last path type is a complete connection. This requires every bridge in the path be used. Think of these as tiny loops, and just like loops, the values don't have to match. Okay. Drag your tile to the board. Click in. Okay. Notice how you receive points even though the values of 2 and 4 didn't make a sequence or same path. All that matters is that every bridge gets used. Okay. You will score 20 points for each tile in a complete path. So what do you do with these points? Your goal is to reach the score shown in the center of the points panel. So your goal is to reach. So B and the should be out of there. Sorry, I'm being picky. I don't mean to be picky. Whichever player reaches the number first wins. You can keep track of each player's score by the numbers in the corner of the screen. Got it. You now know enough to get started. There's more advanced topics to cover, such as abilities and lucky pass, but this is enough to get you started. Okay. So that's the basics of Cascade. Okay, I think I get it. Connect the bridges on the tiles, then get points by combining the numbers. Exactly. Say, if you come back tomorrow, we could play a real game against each other. What do you say? Sure, that sounds great. I'll add it to my calendar so I don't forget. Great. See you then. Day 2 at 9 a.m. I love this music though. I was gonna say, and most of you probably know I like this music because of the fact that usually I will select one of the music channels to listen to, and it's always like chill hop and stuff. Hi, Jim. Hi, Nemo. Good to see you again. Are you ready to play a game of Cascade today? Sure. Let's give it a go. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. I think I understood what was going on. Okay, start. This really reminds me of the sound effects for the board. Remind me of Simon or Crossfire and stuff. I don't know why, but it does. I'm actually gonna probably start with this. Didn't they say we could turn our stuff? Try this and see. I was wondering if you could actually do this or not, so I want to see. Okay, that became the same. Alright, cool. Let's go at 40, but I'm 10 points down. So I wonder if I do this, would that count as a loop or no? No, it does not count as a loop. It did block them, if anything, but that does not count as a loop, it looks like. Oh, they are killing me, but then again, they're better at this game than I am. I'm gonna... and turn. Yeah, they are really kicking my butt. See if I can. I don't know if we're gonna get it though. I might get it. Oh, this is not looking out good for us, huh? Nice. I'm thinking we put one here. I think we won though. Yeah, we nailed it. 120. I got 400 points. Okay. I didn't get to the loops though. Wow, nice one. You won your first game. Thanks. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Yeah, I got lucky. Indeed, I got lucky. I got lucky. Thanks. I'm getting the hang of this. If you come back tomorrow, we can play again on another board layout. That sounds great. I'll come by, get my tea, and we can play again. See you then. Day 3. Alright, let's see what happens. Hello again, Jen. Good to see you, Nemo. So today, we're going to cover the rest of the rules, including ability cards. Ability cards? That sounds great, but I don't own any ability cards. Oh, don't worry. All the abilities come packaged in the game. Although we all tend to have our favorite that we like to play with. To get started, here's an ability card you can use in this next match. Target any tile with a value above 1, then reduce its value by 1. Okay. Thanks, I'll add it to my card collection. How do I use abilities? Let's get the game off the shelf and I'll show you how they work. I'll also cover the remaining rules of the game, like items and lucky paths. Let's go. Alright, so we will do this one, and then after this one, we'll switch to our next game. Let's cover the remaining rules of Cascade, okay? When creating paths, each map will contain random lucky paths, okay? If you place a tile on a lucky path that matches the bridge or value, you will receive an extra 10 points when the tile is scored, okay? Drag your tile to the board. Oh, okay. Click enter. Notice that because the value and bridge match, you received an extra 20 points. Okay. Keep in mind that you can match either the value or the bridge. You don't need to always match both. Matching just one will get 10 bonus points. Okay. Now let's cover abilities. Your abilities are shown below. Your tiles. To activate an ability, you first must have enough energy to cast it. A number in the bottom right of each ability shows you its energy cost. Energy dots are created randomly on the game board. To collect energy, place a tile on top of the dot. Drag your tile to the board, okay? Click and turn. Now that you have enough energy, click on your fallen leaves ability to start targeting. Click this tile to select the target. Activate ability. Begin to cast the ability. This ability reduces the tile's value by 1. This can be a great way to break up paths created by your opponent. Okay, that makes sense. If you're short on energy, items can be used instead. Items will also appear randomly on the board. You can pick them up by placing a tile on top of one of them. Drag your tile to the board. And now turn. To use the item, click it in your inventory and it will start targeting. Click an empty game board slot to select the target. The ability placed a special trap on the board. It will be activated once a tile is placed on it. Okay. That's it. Now you know all the rules of Cascade Cafe. So now you know all the rules of Cascade. Great. I think I get it all now. If you stop by tomorrow, I'll bring an extra one of my ability cards and we can play another match. We're actually probably gonna stop the game here though. That sounds great. I'll see you then. Day 4. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna stop the game here. But if you like what you saw of this game, this is Cascade Cafe, and it is currently in early access on Steam for PC. It is going for $4.99 USD, but there is a free-to-play demo, so if you want to try it yourself before you buy it, that is an option, as well as if you like what you saw and you can't purchase it, go ahead and wishlist the game. As I have told you all in the beginning, and as I always tell you all, wishlisting the game helps a developer out a lot. It allows for their games to end up in recommendations. They can end up in new and trend-worthy, and if they get enough sales and wishlists, they can actually end up on the front page of Steam. So it does help them out tremendously when you do wishlist the game. So when you cannot buy the game, as I like to say, when you cannot buy the game, when in doubt, wishlist it out. And again, a big thank you to the developers and publishers of Cascade Cafe for providing me with a free copy of the game to play on tonight's stream.